Chicken Jockey!
Minecraft cinema has reached its climax. Machinima animations, Monster School, the Fallen Kingdom saga, Minecraft story mode, it all comes to a head now. The shockingly violent musical and homoerotic event, a Minecraft movie, has finally hit theaters. The Minecraft generation has been waiting since the dawn of time for this event, and I can safely say it did not disappoint. Because expectations were extremely low going in, but I can safely say that watching this movie in 4D helped the experience at least a little bit. But I'm getting ahead of myself. How did we get here? 2009, a man named Notch creates a demo called Cave Game. Okay, let's skip a little bit further ahead. Minecraft becomes an international phenomenon, particularly taking off on YouTube. And an entire section of this website is all but dedicated to Minecraft videos. Within this subsection developed a subsection of story based on Minecraft videos, and within that subsection was a subsection of videos that were animated, and within the subsection of the subsection that was animated Minecraft videos and short films became extremely popular and drummed up interest in a Minecraft narrative, inspiring Minecraft story mode. Okay, that last part has absolutely zero evidence other than my imagination, but I need something to segue into Minecraft story mode. Minecraft story mode is... Minecraft story mode was a game that I will defend till the day I die. People can hate on the story all they want, but when I was 9 years old and that game came out, by God if it didn't have me hooked. I won't go into too many details about this game, because honestly I can make an entire video by itself going over that, and... Actually, you know what? Point being, Minecraft story mode showed that Microsoft and Mojang could make a strong narrative Minecraft story that was actually, like, faithful to the source material. Right?
Diamond Armor, full set!
They can make stuff that's faithful to the source material, right?
And the skeletons.
Right? Oh, actually, you know what? That one's actually in the game now. To be fair, I did kind of just cherry pick the 3 most egregious things from the trailers, but they kind of did telegraph all the transgressions in the lack of respect that Warner Brothers had for the game in making the movie. Anyways, the point is that Warner Bros., Microsoft, and Mojang had a metric fuck ton of content to use as a blueprint for the Minecraft movie, yet they chose to ignore all of it. I get that they wanted to be original and everything, but in their quest to stand out, they completely lost the plot. No one was saying they had to adapt Minecraft story mode or a different Minecraft content, but they should have at least not gone out of their way to take nothing from their old successes. Instead, they crafted this. The movie. First things first, the Minecraft movie was certainly an enjoyable experience. A good experience? Sure. A good movie? It was a movie. Okay, so Cineplex, which is the biggest Canadian theater chain up here in the Great White North, they offer half-price tickets on Tuesdays. And under no circumstances was I going to be watching a Minecraft movie at full price, 17 Canadian dollars. Instead, I watched it at roughly $30 because my friends and I figured out that a Minecraft movie was being shown in 4 fucking dimensions. So we added an extra hour to our travel time to go to a specific theater that was showing this movie in 4D. And, was it worth it? No. But not many people can say they received virtually transmitted backshots from a Minecraft baby zombie riding a chicken, before subsequently receiving more backshots from the baby zombie, and then receiving separate backshots from the chicken that was riding the zombie, and then the zombie baby, and then the chicken again, and then... Spoiler alert, from this point forward, I'm going to be going into details of the narrative of the Minecraft movie, so if for some reason you actually care about what happens, then don't click off the video, just hit mute and give me your watch time, because I desperately need it. But also consider seeking mental help, because there's no good reason for you to still be anticipating this movie. The movie begins with a loading screen that confirms this takes place in Java Edition, so take that, Bedrock players. You may be the statistical majority, but you are still inferior. We get a monologue from Jack Black explaining how as a child he yearned for the mines, but they would keep him away from them due to pesky child labor laws. That's almost a direct quote from the movie. In what definitely isn't a midlife crisis, Jack Black quits his cushy office job and goes to work in the mines. He discovers the Nether reactor core from before Pocket Edition could handle Dante's Seventh Circle of Hell, but instead of sending him to the Nether, it opens a portal to the Overworld. Jockey Boy explores the Minecraft world and becomes addicted to his cathartic yet lonely cubic escapism. But that all changes when he tames a wolf and names it Dennis. For God knows what reason. The dog runs through another portal, as dogs do, and it gets captured by Malgosha, a piglin witch who desperately needs the nether reactor core to conquer the overworld. The 4D experience confirmed to the audience that the nether rather morbidly smells like bacon, although so did almost everything in the movie, so there is a slight chance that the theater might just smell like bacon. You know, actually, that kind of makes more sense. Jack Black courageously sacrifices himself to give Dennis a chance to escape to the real world with the cube, which Malgosha calls an orb because the funny cube game doesn't have circles. Anyways, in the real world, the cube splits into 2 pieces, closing the portal to the Minecraft world. Fast forward an indeterminate amount of time and we meet the rest of our main cast. Garrett, played by Jason Momoa, is a washed up pro gamer who owns a video game shop. Henry is an extremely quirky boy who everyone hates because he likes to draw. Yeah, I don't know. Natalie is Henry's older sister, who is an extremely indeterminate age, just somewhere above Henry, and she is somehow able to get a job as a PR manager for a potato company. Then there's Dawn, who is a real estate agent and traveling zookeeper. I am done thinking about what the fuck is supposed to... By the way, all of those characters, besides Garrett, are so bland that I actually had to go and Google them. Even though I wrote this script 3 days after watching the movie, I couldn't remember any of their names. The gist of the story is that Jason Momoa is extremely debt-ridden, so he buys the storage locker, outbidding Minecraft legends Dan TDM, LD Shadow Lady, Aphmau, and Mumbo Jumbo, and he finds the cube. So a little bit later, Henry 9/11's a giant potato. No, I'm not going to elaborate on that. I think it speaks for itself. He had met Garrett earlier in the day, so he runs away to Garrett's game shop where he finds the cube. So the cube pulls him into the portal, and so Garrett, Natalie, and Dawn follow him in. And after they go through the portal, Malgosha from the Nether senses that the cube has returned to the overworld. So she blackmails Jack Black to go bring it to her. And immediately after this, she murders a small piglin child in cold blood for drawing a picture. That was easily my favorite part of the movie because what the actual fuck? Back in the overworld, it's turned to night and the mobs have come out. After fighting off hordes of zombies, creepers, and skeletons, a piece of the cube breaks, but it's not the important part, so it's okay. And then the knockoff cast of Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle get cornered. But who else is there to save them? But, wait, fuck, who is it?
I am Steve.
Right, yes, Steve. When I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure this is the first time in the movie they actually say his name. So, if they hadn't, like, marketed that specific moment to death, I think this might have possibly been intended to be a reveal. It would have been a really shitty one, but it's a reveal nonetheless. So basically, Steve turns on Malgosha. I think. It's not really clear if he was ever going to go along with their plan, but he tells the main cast that they need to go to a woodland mansion to find the Earth Crystal, which is the outer portion of the cube, and if they combine it with another reactor core, then they can go back home. We then spend the next hour with Steve calling out the name of literally everything he lays his eyes on.
Crafting table. The overworld. An ender pearl. Flint and steel. The nether. What? Elytra wingsuits. Minecraft. Chicken jockey.
Chicken Jockey! There is this one moment though that like really sticks out to me. Basically, Steve didn't pack enough elytra to escape from this raid that's happening, so he has to share one with Garrett. And I'm effectively seeing these two men have gay sex midair. Like, Steve is riding Garrett. It's not PG. And I'm experiencing it in 4D. And in these Cineplex chairs, there's a button on the side. It says wet or no wet. I obviously chose wet. And it was a little wet, but obviously not wet enough. I think Mojang needs to improve there and needs to get a lot wetter. There was a small glimmer of hope where Steve and Garrett literally start 69ing midair so they can fit through a smaller gap. Earlier in the movie, some villagers get shot in the head. That's pretty cool. Steve shows up with this fucking saw trap he made to kill chickens, and then he sings a song about it.
La 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 lava. Chicken. Steve's lava chicken. Yes, tasty as hell. Ooh, mama, see tonight.
Steve might have some issues. There's also this giant piglin that kills like 30 regular piglins. I guess the movie forgot that hoglins were a thing. And of course, there is the one memorable plot line in this movie where Jennifer Coolidge tries to fuck a villager. Actually, no, I shouldn't have said try. I'm 100% sure they fucked. By the end of this masterpiece, Malgosha has secured the Tesseract and has awoken the Eye of Sauron. And I'm barely making that up. She puts the orb thing into this huge tower that basically creates Sauron, and it starts like shooting a beacon into the sky, and the nether starts spreading everywhere like Mordor. Remember earlier how I said almost everything in the movie smells like bacon? Well, I can confirm that netherwort smells like black mold. I think the theater might have a mold problem. After this huge Trojan War-esque battle, Henry secures the Tesseract and is ready to take everyone home. And there's this like huge emotional goodbye scene between the main crew and Steve, which is immediately thrown away because Steve decides to go home with them. The movie then goes on to end on this incredibly forgettable musical performance where Henry and Garrett invent a video game called, drumroll please, Block City Battle Buddies. After everything, setting this movie in a world where Minecraft doesn't exist as a game, and making an ending where three main characters, Steve was involved too, make a fucking game, they don't make the game Minecraft! Then again, this is the same team that made the incredibly bold decision of having Garrett wear a shirt with a humanoid lion on it. The main message at the end of the movie is that Henry and Steve don't need to go to the Minecraft world to express their creativity. The message of the Minecraft movie is get your ass off of the game and do something useful. Like, I am not making this up. And of course, the movie required not one, but 2 post-credit scenes. So the first one is incredible. It's with Jennifer Coolidge and the villagers she hit with her car, and they've learned each other's languages. So there's this incredible moment where this nitwit with the voice of Matt Berry, and by the way, that's what that type of villager is actually called in the game because he doesn't have a job. He starts lecturing Jennifer Coolidge's ex-husband on the importance of acceptance while Jennifer Coolidge is there like, ha, ha, ha. The second post-credit scene is where Steve, he goes back to his repossessed house, and who opens the door but this woman with a green shirt and red hair. It's none other than Alex, so fear not, Alex will surely return in the Minecraft sequel because we're getting one. There's no way we're not getting one. Overall, this movie was watchable. I honestly can't say I recommend this to anyone unless they're gonna go watch it with a group of at least 4 people. You may have seen those videos of like teenagers going into theaters and just screaming when Chicken Jockey happens. I've seen videos where people bring an actual chicken to the theater. Those aren't teenagers being disrespectful. Those are our cries for help. The film was so aggressively mediocre that genuinely the only way to enjoy it is to like fully lean into the brain rot. And I know this because that Chicken Jockey clip I played at the very beginning of this video, that was my friends. And we were on our last legs of sanity. The theater was basically completely empty because it was the middle of a school day, but I refused to go back to experience this with a full audience. The biggest thing about a Minecraft movie is that it has almost nothing to do with Minecraft. There was barely a story, let alone one based on the game, and the entire thing were just quips and gags made for marketing. This movie was legitimately a multi-million-dollar clip farming project for Warner Brothers. I need to be clear that almost every line from Jack Black in this movie was said with the exact inflection of, I am Steve. And it's just him screaming things. The worst part about all of it is that this movie broke records. This movie is going to get a sequel. The companies behind a Minecraft movie are going to look at this as a success and they will give us more mind slop. We're at a point where nobody's truly willing to put their money where their mouth is when it comes to movies. We all say we want real, original, high quality content, but here we are eating up the Minecraft movie. Take, for example, The Wild Robot, which I was fortunate enough to see the world premiere of at Toronto International Film Festival. That movie was phenomenal. It was exactly what people have been asking for kids content. And the Minecraft movie made more in its opening weekend than The Wild Robot did in its entire theatrical run. This isn't an issue of IP either because in its opening weekend, Minecraft also grossed more than the entire theatrical run of Transformers 1. Multiplied by 2. I think it's obvious to a lot of people that marketing has played a huge role in the success of this movie compared to the failures of some others, but that's a whole discussion for another time. A Minecraft movie came out, it broke records, and it splashed me with water when Jack Black water bucket clutched. So when all is said and done, 6 out of 10.